very spidery shirt.
Coming up in this video, spider animal, spirit guide meaning, and symbolism.
So has spider shown up for you as a spirit animal, or just shown up for you, or a spirit guide? And you've wondered what spider is trying to tell you?
Maybe you want to know about spider meaning in dreams. This video will help you with interpreting messages from spirit guides and understanding the spirit totem animal.
So as you come,
spider.
So there's
Spider
so much
totem
to say about spiders, and we're going to do our best today because there's a lot. So let us know that you can hear us and see us with the hashtag good to go. Yes.
Amy says, yes, on a date, but I'll watch this later. I can't wait. So happy that you popped in,
yes,
even on a date.
We miss you.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. So if you have any questions as we go relating to the topic of this video,
and you will
drop them in the comments. drop them in the comments.
As always, share the video and you get a prize.
Stay for the whole video and you get a prize.
It's time to set the mood, though, kids. In this age of spiritual awakening, more and more people are searching for how to get woke and stay woke.
And they may not all be kids.
No, they may not be kids.
So numbers don't lie. There are over 33,000 people searching for a spiritual awakening every month.
If you're not a kid and you're watching, we'll show you how to become a kid again, because you know what I mean? He's saying, okay. So to get woke, you have to stop following the herd and start thinking for yourself, looking deeper and cracking that code.
And we are the rebels you've been looking for. We are on a mission to help you get woke and stay woke so that you can stand strong, stand out, and do more for the world.
And while that's going to be entertaining with some free, juicy information, we do have an offer at the end to take your metaphysical business from basic to bodacious, but only if it works for you.
Absolutely. Now it is time to tag up. All of our Zen heads in Zen Head Academy. Let us know that you are here with a hashtag Zen Head for Life.
Yes, and if you're watching live, give us a hashtag live tribe.
And if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay fam.
That's one of the downsides of being a precog. You jump ahead. So let us know where you're watching from, and one special thing about where you're at, so you can help David expand his man of the worldness.
My knowledge of everything. Absolutely. So I wanted to say what is up to Terry, Blazing Turtle. Good to see you. Amy, you rock. Absolutely. From Chicago, right on. So Blazing Turtle says, I am woke, trying to stay woke. And isn't that a constant thing, right?
Home of the Steelers. Okay.
Right on.
Right on.
That would be Pittsburgh.
Okay. Where there's steel, because it's a steel factory town. So if you guys are just getting to know us, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From SunRoseGarden.com.
We love helping metaphysical entrepreneurs bring their unique healing skills to the world in a magnificent and humongous way.
Since 2008, we've helped thousands of clients go from feeling overwhelmed, confused, and insecure to being clear, confident, and successful.
And if you've just found us, welcome. Say hi in the comments. It is wonderful to connect.
If you're new, consider subscribing, click the bell, clickety click it, and you'll be good to go. And if you are a healing arts professional, we want to know about it. Put a hashtag healing pro in the comments and let us know what you do.
Or if you just want to be, put that healing pro in the comments and let us know what you want to do.
I want to say welcome to Denise, who just popped on.
She says, OMG, I was just looking this up. A spider just crawled right in front of me from out of nowhere. Love it.
Isn't it fun how that stuff works? So a little bit more about us, a lot of our students from all over the world training to be metaphysical professionals were frustrated with how limited their growth has been because many systems lack foundation and integration and just kind of rename and repackage the same stuff.
Same stuff, different frosting, but nobody brought the cake.
So no matter how many papers they collected, tons of frosting, no cake.
Some had all of the cool intuitive techniques without the foundation of self-growth to stabilize it.
And others had self-growth locked down without a clue of what to do when their quickly evolving abilities kind of went, kind of like spider showing up for you.
Like spidey senses. And we've bridged that gap. And if you stay to the end, we're going to show you how to sign up for our best resource for metaphysical entrepreneurs to build real world skills to turbocharge your personal healing influence in a big way.
Turbocharge is a little bit different than turbocharge.
It's okay.
It's turbocharge.
You get what I mean.
Yes.
Your spidey senses understand my spidey delivery.
So let's get into spider, because I love spider. I even wore my spider ring, which I bought in Hopi Land Reservation, Indian Reservation, about 12 years ago.
Yep.
But in Hopi mythology, let's kind of start there. Like I said, it's so vast.
I hope you will follow with us.
Oh dear. I'm not even going to talk about Spider-Man or Spider-Woman today, but I'm going to talk about grandmother spider. So we're going to kick it old school. So in Hopi mythology, spider grandmother, which is where I got my rings in the Hopi land, when she's called upon, helps her people with all of the things. So she's a wise woman who represents all good things, right?
So one of our favorite legends is actually a Cherokee legend about Spider-Woman stealing the sun for the people. And see, told you we were going to talk about Spider-Woman. You said no, I said yes.
Okay, well, she's also called Spider-Woman. I'm talking about Spider-Woman, aka the Marvel Spider-Woman.
Or maybe we will. We just did.
Spider-Woman, Spider-Man.
So, honestly, we just talked about Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, grandmother spider,
and all the spider things. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of the Spider-Woman story that I love the most of grandmother spider. This is the Cherokee legend.
Right.
It was kind of sort of a creation myth, but a little bit after that.
Right.
Not a real story. It's a legend. That's why it's a legend.
It's a legend.
So basically, half of the earth was dark and only the sun was on one side of the earth. So half of the earth was dark. So all of the people, grandmother spider's people were stumbling around and bumping into each other in the dark. And she's like, we probably should do something about this. So who is it first? Possum raises Possum's hand, and Possum says,
because back then Possum had hands.
Gender neutral. I don't know if it was a girl possum or a boy possum, but Possum says, I'll do it. No problem. I can carry the, I can wrap my tail around the sun and bring the sun over here. So Possum goes and does it, but burns Possum's tail on the way.
That's why Possum has no hair on their tail.
That's why they have a naked tail. So Buzzard was like, no, I can do this because I'm a buzzard. I can just like balance the sun on my head. No problem. You know what Buzzard looks like? Buzzard
has no head of hair.
He burned it off. Didn't quite make it. So Spider-Woman said, I got this. I got this. So she's like, she made this bowl out of clay because she's like, I'm not trying to burn my legs off. And she went over like stealth, a little quiet, and went ding, 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 ding. She got the sun and brought it back in her clay bowl because grandmas just know what to do, right?
Yep. So in general, the external skeletons make them extremely adaptable to different environments.
And they're very small. So they can like ding, 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 sneak in, get the job done.
Yep.
Stealth.
Yep.
And they can get into places that are inaccessible to others. So like Possum and Buzzard were like they just didn't have the stealth to go in. They're like stealth bombers of the insect world.
That small access to inaccessible places also represents your intuition. Okay, so any kind of a small insect or small animal that can get into small places, representing intuition.
So you know how we love talking about archetypes and collective unconscious and how we all kind of repeat these symbols in different times in our lives and history through different ways. And I loved the Miss Spider books when my kids were little. We collected them all, and she's got her teacups, and I'm like, she's your modern day grandmother spider, right? It's the same sort of story where she's helping and she's teaching and she's nurturing the young. So to me, she's a modern day grandmother spider.
Yes, and of course, who could forget Charlotte from Charlotte's Web? Stupendous pig. There you go. Blazing Turtle says, I want to see a close-up of the ring.
Oh.
So up there.
Okay.
Up there.
Where's the
up
thing?
There. There you go.
Keep going. I'm going to let David do it because he's better at that than I am, like finding the right spot to show rings. Yeah, it's a really... Okay. Kind of... There you go. It's sort of a hard ring to see, but it was, made by the silversmiths on the Hopi reservation. So, and I bought it in a little village in the Hopi reservation called Oriba, which is the oldest standing village, Native American village in the country. in the US. So it's a really cool little village. And this man and his woman own the shop. And I went in there and hung out for the afternoon and got the spider. It's a bigger story to that. And I'm going to probably tell it in a later video today.
So Vanessa says, good morning from Los Osos, California. Awesome. Good to see you. Blazing Turtle says, love the sound effects, Heather. Absolutely. She is working on them, and we might do an album together of
sound effects. So when we talk about symbolism in typically scary animals, right? And I think we decided for the month of October for our symbolism videos, I think we're going to do the scary animals because it's October. You have to take into consideration not just the mystical meanings and the archetypes, the collective unconscious, but your personal experience and attitudes that you've developed around whatever creature it is from your social or religious upbringing, because those are going to kind of sneak in and play a part no matter what.
Absolutely. So all of the meanings play a part, and you can't just look at a symbol from one point of view, or you might miss the big picture. Also, the fear itself is a test. If you can pass it, boom, baby.
So that's kind of the common denominator, no matter where you see spiders show up in this kid stories or in mystical stuff or in the occult, there's always some sort of fear, but don't shoot the messenger, because the spider is just the bearer of the news and the message. She's not trying to kill you or eat your babies.
So overcoming fear is the key to all of life. Overcoming any fear opens the sky to your awesomeness. Okay. So now it's time. Now it's time for the good stuff. Now it's time for the good stuff. Here we go.
That's our transition music. For those of you that are new, that's our transition music because we're live. So we have to do what we can do. So the first part of this, the tip number 1 of spider.
Face your fears and write your story.
Yes. So in Western culture, spiders are considered more scary, right?
Spider.
Right. We all go, it's the spiders. So, I mean, look at the giant scary space spider pretending to be a scary clown in It. Right.
There you go.
If you just saw the movie, I loved it.
Or the giant killer spider from Lord of the Rings.
But the story does not end there. The second half of that is where you face your fears, because that's what the kids did in It.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. So spider is an underworld creature that leans towards mystery about the weaving of stories, the stories of fate, and your life path.
So life is a web of intrigue and a mystery to figure out, and it can definitely be scary. And spider is about finding the hidden knowledge that helps you navigate the mystery and your own web of life.
And the secret is that the hidden knowledge is you, who you are on your journey as you solve your own mystery. So it's basically unlocking the who you are on the inside.
So spider is the weaver of stories, and they're totem animals for many writers. Writers have to overcome the fear of sharing their stories. It's vulnerable. And really, we're all here to tell our story. It's not just, writers have to tell our story. We have the urge to leave our story for our kids or our friends or society or whatever we're creating. So in dreams,
if you see spiders flying towards you, for example, it can represent fears of your own creativity, fears of basically owning the writership of your own story. So we have a question for you, actually a few questions. Do you have a story to tell that you are keeping hidden? Okay. Are you keeping that hidden inside?
So everybody has moments of shame and fear, and we've done a few little workshops for writers and just helping them get past the fear. So everyone has moments of shame and fear that are part of their stories. So it's like you get to that vulnerable place where you want to share it, but there's that you're confronted with, I got to share my past shames and fears, but that's what makes a good story.
The triumph itself, the overcoming of that fear and stepping into the power that has already been there. So when you see a story and you see somebody who is shying away from telling their story or stepping into their power, and you see them finally overcome it, there's something inside of you that goes, yes, I knew you could do it, because you want to do it for yourself. So that's why it's so relevant to you.
So grandmother spider is old enough. And if you have friends that are old or a grandma that just degaffs, grandmother spider is old enough that she will tell you all the things. Right. Your mom might be like, oh, I don't want to tell you about my, wild childhood, but grandma will be like, yeah, me and, whoever Leonardo da Vinci hooked up. Your grandma's probably really old.
Super old.
He might have been gay. I'm not sure about him. I know Michelangelo was.
So grandma is persistent. Grandma spider. Wow. Ooh.
Grandma was grooving back in the day. You know she did.
Was.
So we don't think of our grandmas as that way. This is going a whole different way today. So grandmother spider will tell you all the things. She does it. She's not.
She's persistent. She tells you not to be discouraged. And if you've got monumental tasks, do a little bit of time, a little bit at a time. That's all it's going to take. And just keep doing it.
Doing it.
So if you're ready to face the fears of putting yourself out there, stay tuned to the end for a solution.
You know, guys, I have a grand dog right now. I don't have grandchildren as
Is it like
yet.
Snoop?
No, well, we do have a grand dog. But
okay.
If you want to, like, I'm not admitting to be a grandmother, but like, I can imagine what my grandchildren are going to put up with. So
Casey, good to see you. Let us know, Casey, where you're from and what is significant. What is most one special thing about where you're from?
Yes.
Gail, good to see you. So who wants free stuff? It is the time in our program where we give you free stuff. Hashtag free stuff in the comments. We've got 2 freebies, but you have to earn them because everything tastes better when it's earned. Like sushi. You get one for sharing, one for staying. I try to put them all together. Keep watching and we'll tell you how.
Shaying is like a dance move that you do when you're staying, but you don't actually move.
Make sure to hit that like button 5 times if you want free stuff and subscribe right over here.
So tip number 2, let's talk about tip number 2, because we're going to take a little turn. The first part of Spider is about writing your story, being vulnerable, and
getting over that fear.
Finding your mystery.
Yeah.
So tip number 2 is you might be trapped in someone else's web.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Okay, she's just showing up to tell you what's up. So seeing spiders, like seeing them a lot or them popping up may show up to tell you not about weaving your story, but maybe showing up to tell you about a relationship you are trapped in or that you feel trapped by.
Because grandma will tell you, they just will. They're not going to hold anything back. They're like, you know what? No, just don't. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? Grandmother Spider's been around the block and she can recognize a good apple and a poison apple.
And if you've got a Mexican grandma like I did, or a Black grandmother, you know, ethnic grandmas just kind of like they'll more tell you. You're not getting out of the house. You can have a cookie, but I'm going to tell you, sit down. Okay. Yep. So she might be telling you to look at situations surrounding you that you have allowed yourself to become trapped by.
Absolutely. Realize that it's not your web. You may be stuck in somebody else's super sparkly web with all the glitter. It's so pretty.
Don't look at the deadlights, right?
Anybody ever seen it? Okay.
Yeah. So the deadlights.
Look at the deadlights.
You're not supposed to look at the deadlights.
Otherwise,
you get trapped up in the web.
Bad happenings.
So when you are bitten in dreams by a spider, it could symbolize a bite or an emotional wound from somebody close to you.
And bouncing back from the bite means that you are taking back your power and have harnessed the power of spider for yourself, or the medicine of spider after you get over the fear, after you overcome. So if you want to level up your spidey senses, we're going to show you where our pros do that at the end.
Fun, guys. How are we doing so far?
Is this making sense for you? If so, share it with someone who needs to get woke.
And hit that like button 5 times if you are woke.
And don't forget to subscribe if you're digging this and you want more. And that button's over here.
I know I have an adult sippy cup. Don't judge.
I can't judge you. I would get beaten.
You paid $12 for that sippy cup at the symphony. So yeah,
I did.
You can take your wine into the theater in the Smith Center.
If you have a sippy cup.
If you buy the sippy cup, which is like, $25. So we're using that sippy cup.
$400.
So, hey, I got a question for you. Well, I'm going to read you something because I wasn't going to read this, but now I'm going to read it. This is from a book of poetry that I wrote, but it's the first stanza of a longer poem. And I wrote it about Spider Woman. It's like phase 1, 2, 3. And this is phase 1. Right. It's called The Child. When I was a child, I looked out through my mother's eyes and saw the blackness of men. So I called Grandmother Spider to bring me the sun in her clay bowl. Instead, she brought me my own eyes so I could work my magic in the lights. And then it goes on. So I just was like, oh yeah, I wrote about her like years ago. And that poem was, let's see what the year on it, 1990. So it was like the year my first kid was born.
Yeah. All right. So it is poll time. Yes. We want to know whether you consider spiders to be scary or fascinating? Let us know in the comments, scary or fascinating. Are spiders for you scary or fascinating? Casey says, I'm on my daughter's account. I'm Helene. Good to meet you, Helene. Welcome to the channel. And maybe you'll get your own account when you become an adult.
Don't become an adult.
Stay on your daughter's
scary.
account.
Okay, scary.
Okay, scary.
It depends on how big they are.
And it depends on whether or not they're poisonous.
And and how many, how much sleep I've lost. So let's go into tip number 3. I'm just curious to see.
But keep letting us know in the comments whether a spider is scary or fascinating.
Yes.
And for me, spiders when I was younger used to be scary. Now they're fascinating. I'm actually going to tell a little bit more about that in just a moment. So tip number 3 is finding the power in spider medicine.
Yes. And to me, spiders have always been fascinating because Charlotte's Web. I just have never really been afraid of them. So also never been bitten by one. So finding your power in what you fear the most is your gateway to freedom. And that is what spider shows you the most.
Absolutely. So traditionally, spiders are air medicine and therefore related to the mind, to thought and strategy.
So the mind can get dark sometimes, like the earth without the sun, but spider in her power has a plan to bring the sun back.
I'm bringing sunshine back. Yeah. No. Okay. Anyway, so
I'm processing that.
I'm bringing
walk amongst yourselves.
So Casey or Helene says, never plan on growing, so I'll just live through my daughter.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know what? I've been called Savannah's mom or Christian's mom until they were like 30. So that's just the way it is. Most people don't know my real name.
I don't know your real name. Blazing Turtle says, I'm only scared of the really big ones. Okay. So for me, when I was younger, I remember watching a spider web or seeing a spider out in my grandma's bushes. And I got scared. I got freaked out, irrationally scared, ran into the house. And my grandma brought me out to show me the beauty of this spider's web while they were creating this web. And I sat with her freaking out at first. And then over time, it was like, okay, the spider's not going to jump on me. It's not going to, it's not going to bite me. It's not going to hurt me. And it was a beautiful web. It was a very beautiful web and kind of watching this thing happen. So basically I was sitting with grandmother watching spider. Grandmother, spider.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
There's more to that story and I'll probably tell that later today.
The rest of that story is that David was captured by an alien spider in a past life.
No, it's this life.
That ate his head. So that's the actual trauma. Okay, so basically.
Okay, so one of the biggest messages from spider is that you are tougher and more adaptable and wiser than you think. Okay, spider shows you how to go within and look for creative solutions. That's what she shows you.
And she is the bitch you need to call on breakup night.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm saying the boss thing about Spider Woman is that she won't leave you high and dry once you find the power. She's gonna load up the van and call Tyrone herself. Like she's got 8 legs.
Anybody know that spider?
Right? You're
song.
Just follow along. Okay, so she has 8 legs. With one leg, she's gonna be like, it's a song by Erykah Badu called Tyrone. She'll be like, Tyrone, come get his stuff. Okay, that's it. One leg. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And with another one, she's going to be rolling down the window. Like, can I get
double doubles, animal style, 2 of those?
And with 2 chocolate shakes, right? Because it's going to be a long night.
Another leg. We'll be putting all those boxes together because somebody's got to go.
And another one just poured you a glass of wine. Like, girl, here you go. Okay. You get the idea. She's basically Kali.
You want her on your team for that breakup night. She has 4 more, but she needs those to drive the van.
And to dial up her Spotify Erykah Badu mix. Okay.
So Spider Woman leaves you with just one question.
Yes.
Are you going to weave your own web, or are you going to get lost and stuck and possibly eaten alive in somebody else's?
See what I mean? I've been stuck in someone else's web before. Have you had to call Tyrone? Raise your hand.
Have you had to call Tyrone? Do you wish you had Spider Woman
to call
on
Tyrone
your team during breakup night?
For some of you, that wine might be like, let me light this up for you, girl. Okay.
Yeah, right.
So, but I don't smoke. So
that would be Blazing Turtle. So Ify says, I love her.
Yes.
OMG, the Tyrone reference. I love it.
She's my, Erica got me through my divorce. I'm telling you.
I hope I said your name right. I probably butchered it.
I was like, see you next lifetime.
Watch out, Dave.
We'll be butterflies. So
thanks, Blazing Turtle.
No, for real.
Yes. Okay, so shine some light on the situation. Bring out the darkness into the light and see what is really there.
And call Tyrone if you
call
need.
Tyrone.
So, for real, now I'm gonna have to go put Erica Badu on all day.
And Helene
long.
says, love it. Bomb, heart. Absolutely love it.
Oh, we love you guys.
So we want to know, are you more excited now that you have these tips?
Have we cleared up some mysteries about Spider and Spider Woman, or, busted some myths around it and helped you out?
Because it is a revolution. Okay,
Viva.
we are fighting back against lost fairies and unicorns running amok, causing chaos and wreaking havoc.
We do love them both, but sometimes they drink too much Love and Light and puke rainbow frosting all over my carpet.
It is super hard to get out. I don't recommend it.
So we're on a mission, basically, to crack the codes and revolutionize this field to support our metaphysical entrepreneurs with real tools for the 21st century. But we do need your help.
Share this video and click the I'm part of the revolution link in the description with a hashtag #ISharedZRG to get your bonus.
Yes.
And Ify says, my name's pronounced Ife.
Like eBay. I got it.
eBay rhymes with eBay.
All right.
So we want to shout out one of our Zen heads, C, who shared her experience with us on the Google machine. We want to keep your
we want to send some love back to you. So she said, I'm learning so much from you guys, and have realized that even though I have come a long way in my professional life already, that you guys have delivered on the missing pieces I didn't even realize were not there. Zen head for life here. I literally can't get enough of the classes in the academy. I have watched the self-love blueprint twice now.
I love that
which is one of our classes.
Yeah.
And each time I get something new, release a deeper blockage, and usually cry a lot in the process. Thank you, Zen Rose.
See, you are amazing. We absolutely love all of our Zen heads, especially when they start stepping into their power and turning on their spidey senses and trusting themselves more. That for me is like, it's crack. It's like literal crack. Every time we see somebody kind of stepping in, that is absolutely amazing for me. So now it is time for that offer to take your metaphysical business from basic to bodacious, but only if it works for you.
So let me break it down. We have learned that self-growth and developing your superpowers go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake.
And that is why we created our signature subscription membership, Zen.Ed Academy, to bridge that gap and revolutionize this field. We're not trying to just change it. We want a revolution.
Go big or go home and call Tyrone. You could keep overdosing on frosting and searching for that thing you know is missing.
It is the question that drives you, Neo. It is the question that keeps you up night after night.
Which is basically, where's the cake?
Where's the cake?
In my double
or
style.
You could plug directly into the foundation that works for thousands of our Zen heads so that you can live in your passion completely and get paid for it. But we want to know if this is right for you.
So are you tired of mediumship advice that is way too complicated?
Are you tired of people telling you that the intuitive arts are satanic?
I just can't with you. So are you tired of people telling you that light workers and healers are all crazy?
Are you ready for
intuitive development without judgment?
Are you ready for psychic and mediumship training that does not scare the crap out of you?
Are you ready for self-growth that is natural and fun?
If so, Zen.Ed Academy is the rebel base. Gotta love the rebel base, where the revolution begins. I love it.
Like that was your music video. You get it all here.
I get a couple of those.
You get it all here. Mm-hmm. So Zen.Ed Academy is where the science of self-growth meets the magic of mysticism. It's our jam with a solid foundation to discover and integrate your special spice.
To stand strong, stand out, and do good while living your best life, having fun, and once again, getting paid for it.
This is going to work for you, even if you're allergic to fairy dust and just need real information without all the unicorn poop.
This is going to work for you, even if you are a complete virgin to all of this and have never had your metaphysical cherry pop.
And I personally have the attitude that you can have it popped more than once.
Yes.
Just my personal opinion.
Levels. Got to level up. Zen.Ed Academy is our inner circle where we jack you into the ZRG mainframe
so that you can finally conquer your inner supervillain.
Master your unique superpowers so that you can heal the world in that special way that only you can. Ife says, this is really speaking to me, and apparently I have a spirit guide who uses spiders to communicate with me. Also just gone through a breakup. Crazy.
Call Tyrone.
Love how that works. And
if you need his number, I got it.
And Helene says, I love how you guys are so down to earth. Thank you. And it is a pleasure to welcome you to the channel, both of you. So what do you need to do to get into the Academy and become a part of the revolution? Click the link in the description right down there to be taken to the checkout cart, put in your details, and in seconds, you will be part of our Inner Revolution team with support at the ready.
And that's going to get you on your way to connecting with your tribe, facing your fears, and weaving your own power story. Plus, you get Tyrone's number.
And that playlist. All the info is down below. If you still have questions, send us a message on Facebook or a DM on IG at Zen Rose Garden.
And if you would do us a favor, would you drop your favorite Erykah Badu song in the comments? I just want to know what your favorite is.
Yep.
I think my favorite is Next Lifetime.
There you go.
There it is.
What about this lifetime? I'm kind of digging it right now.
Well, that was like...
All right. So because you guys stayed to the end, you get the prize.
Yep. Click the I love you so much I stayed link in the description with a hashtag I love ZRG.
If you like this video, hit that like button right down here 5 times. Make sure to subscribe if you're digging it.
And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. That's where we get ideas for new videos.
And for more mind hacking pro tips,
be sure to subscribe.
And click the bell to turn notifications on.
So you're the first to know
when we drop a new video.
Oh, that was fancy. Or yes. When we go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource. And the fact that you guys are choosing to spend that with us, we absolutely appreciate that. And most importantly, that you guys are choosing to level up your life and your business and take everything to a completely new level, turning on your spidey senses and trusting them more. We appreciate that even more. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video. I guess I'll see you next video.